Tower up 2.
Altitude tower.
Tower up 2. Request access to runway into
Altitude approves requested. Altitude tower.
Kuwait Tower.
That CRJ that's off the right, he's been trying to get back to the gate for about an hour. Is there any way we could coordinate, maybe via escort or any way to get him back to the gate?
What gate is he going to?
Blue Streak 50. Standby. Okay, up to, okay, he's talking to ground control. I guess they're going to get him to the gate. Thank you.
Hey, Roger.
maybe you can we can show the massive police response over there. Huh?
Eagle 1, do you want me to relay a message? Eagle 2, tower. Eagle 2, tower. Yeah, Eagle 1, I'm having trouble reaching him. Frequency change approved, and if I get in touch with him, I'll let him know. Eagle 1, roger. Falcon 1, good. For Falcon 1, if you can pass along to Eagle 2, just have him reach company ops on admin frequency or air-to-air. Natural 1 Washington Tower, Washington altimeter 2997, I understand you're part of the search and rescue. Natural 1, proceed on course, and you got multiple helicopters east of the field near the approach on a 3-3. I'll call them as you get closer. Guardian 3 Tower. Just want to confirm, you're talking to Natural 1 air to air? Right. Natural 1, do you need to get low or can you remain at your present altitude? Okay, Natural 1, just for now, maintain present altitude. If you need lower, let me know.
They did TV or print?
They did a TV. I did an interview. I never saw the actual thing, but
well, they have the Reuters website. Probably just an app, Reuters app. You should be able to find it. South of the airport. Yep. I want to say this guy was what kind of drone do you have?
Guess what?
2025. Time is 10:57 p.m.
Well, right now we are at Gravelly Point. We actually crossed over and
see if it works, because I've got a bunch of those and I'm going to destroy them.
Yeah, one of them. And I mean, that's probably...
No,
it's fine.
try that.
Get the rest of this.
Yeah, I do my AP stuff. Oh, sir, quick question, important question. Why are the buses there? Because I was told that was possibly for the fire unit, the emergency responders for them to stay warm. That's what I heard too. You're very kind. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll be able to show those, because I don't have a lot to do. Well, no, you always start this. Yeah, I learned that a lot. Yeah, start on that big, yeah. No, don't. No, we're a team. out. We're going all night. This is a big deal. Aren't you glad we think this was smart? So instead of driving, we would have. I just feel happy we got home.
just trying to like pinpoint this emergency.
So now I know.
So I'm gonna have to start moving here.
That's fine. You know why?
Yeah, I will try to like zoom out and get a quick shot of the airport itself before I head to this new spot. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long here. I really want to get the tower of the airport before I left this spot. Sounds good. Yeah, it shouldn't be too long. And I'll stay live as I'm relocating, just to let them know it'll be not as good. So. Yeah. Yeah, I see American planes grounded at the airport, so it's definitely a good vehicle. I just need to relocate and wanted to grab that before I left, so. tip gravity point and we'll refocus on all the flashing lights.
Marcin, ja cię kompletnie nie słyszę.
Tak.
Ani cię nie widzę, ani cię nie słyszę.
Tak, jesteś ustawiony.
Dobrze, ja Marcin zejdę w pewnym momencie i będę opisywał, że... była katastrofa, z której wyciągnięto wnioski. Zmieniono trochę szkolenie pilotów. W tym wypadku mamy do czynienia z katastrofą, jakiej w przypadku na tyle dużej maszyny nie było od kilkudziesięciu lat w Stanach Zjednoczonych. Bowiem to katastrofa dwóch maszyn, do której doszło, czy też zderzenie dwóch maszyn w powietrzu, do którego doszło w powietrzu. Możemy bardzo długo opowiadać o tym, jakie problemy teraz przeżywa amerykańskie lotnictwo. Brakuje kontrolerów lotów, jest potężne nagromadzenie maszyn w powietrzu i co chwilę docierają do nas informacje o tym, że właśnie na lotniskach, właśnie w pobliżu lotnisk o mały włos nie doszło do jakiejś katastrofy, o mały włos nie doszło do zderzenia na przykład manewrujących samolotów, które są na drogach dojazdowych na pas startowy. Kilka razy mieliśmy z taką sytuacją, że piloci musieli przerywać już manewr podchodzenia do lądowania, prawie że przyziemiania, bo się okazywało, że na pasie startowym jest jakaś inna maszyna. Musieli przerywać ten proces, manewr lądowania i musieli podrywać maszynę. To się zdarza co jakiś czas w Stanach Zjednoczonych. Ja słuchałem ekspertów dzisiaj po tej katastrofie, do której doszło tutaj w Waszyngtonie i oni mówią, te dzwonki alarmowe pojawiały się od lat i rozbrzmiewały niezwykle głośno, no ale niewiele się dało zrobić. I mamy teraz katastrofę, w której może być bardzo dużo ofiar. 60 pasażerów na pokładzie samolotu, 4 osoby załogi, plus 3 żołnierzy na pokładzie Black Hawka, który uderzył w samolot pasażerski. Waszyngton ma 3 lotniska. To jest lotnisko Dallas albo Dallesa, w zasadzie tak po polsku powinienem poprawnie powiedzieć. Lotnisko Baltimore-Waszyngton, które jest bliżej miasta Baltimore niż Waszyngtonu, i lotnisko Reagana. Lotnisko Reagana jest lotniskiem najmniejszym i ma największy ruch pasażerski z tych wszystkich 3 lotnisk. I ma tylko jeden duży pas. Proszę sobie wyobrazić, jak niebywały ruch odbywa się na tym lotnisku. Ja zwykle, jak odwiedzają mnie znajomi, przywożę ich właśnie na to lotnisko, żeby im pokazać coś, co u nas jest absolutnie niewyobrażalne. Gdy kończy się lądowanie jednego samolotu, na pas wjeżdża już kolejna maszyna na ten sam pas i przygotowuje się do startu. I tak w kółko. Jedna maszyna ląduje, druga startuje. Jedna ląduje, druga startuje. Tutaj ruch jest niebywały, ale na tym nie koniec. Tam po drugiej stronie rzeki mamy bazy wojskowe. Tam, z tego co pamiętam, gdzieś w tamtym miejscu jest baza Straży Przybrzeżnej. Straż Przybrzeżna swoimi śmigłowcami patroluje przestrzeń powietrzną Waszyngtonu. Zastanawiam się, ile kilometrów stąd. 2 kilometry, Marcinie, 1,5 kilometra stąd znajduje się Pentagon. W tamtą stronę. Pentagon ma swoje lądowisko śmigłowców. Śmigłowce, które dowożą wysokich rangą żołnierzy, oficjeli Departamentu Obrony, lądują 1,5 kilometra stąd. Tutaj mamy lotnisko Reagana, które jest w odległości, nie wiem, 1,5 kilometra, jadąc naokoło od Waszyngtonu. Czy jesteśmy, Marcinie, w stanie pokazać pomnik Jerzego Waszyngtona? Ten słynny obelisk, który znajduje się na National Mall. Zobaczą Państwo, jak blisko jesteśmy samego centrum Waszyngtonu. Po drugiej stronie Potomacu jest ten słynny obelisk Jerzego Waszyngtona, zwany ołówkiem Waszyngtona, czyli odległość do Białego Domu, z tego pomnika, który teraz Marcin Państwu pokazuje, to jest 300-400 metrów. 300 metrów od tego pomnika znajduje się Biały Dom. Jesteśmy w takim miejscu. Po tej stronie Potomacu, w stanie Virginia, znajduje się Crystal City, znajduje się Arlington, znajduje się wreszcie miasto Aleksandria. To są wszystko miejscowości, w których znajdują się albo biura, albo które są po prostu sypialnią Waszyngtonu. Zatem jesteśmy w samiuteńkim centrum aglomeracji waszyngtońskiej i to, co się wydarzyło się kilometr, 1,5 kilometra od najważniejszych amerykańskich instytucji.
At one point in time, that helicopter used to come down in the area.
Tak. Tylko musicie mi jakieś podrzucić informacje. A no właśnie tak mi się wydawało. Poczekaj, bo ja cię nie powinniśmy ale stracisz to. Marcin, ja cię nie widzę. Bo jest dobry ten do Waszyngtona, mogę dojechać. No i dobrze, Marcin, musisz wiedzieć, jak ty tam masz. Tylko też ty nic nie widzę, jestem oślepiony. Ja z tego nie widzę zupełnie. No dobra, ja teraz muszę przewozić sobie kabel, żeby był dalej.
And over to the right, to the south, Joint Base Anacostia Mall. All over this river. And again.
Cofnąć kamerę? Bo ja tutaj nie mam, wiesz, jak się rozumieć.
close to the runway.
Widzę, ale słyszę.
Close to where the
Cześć.
destination
Cześć.
Cześć. We got gate pullers
Piękny
back in
widok.
the airport with some new reporting.
No, piękny widok, tylko straszna tragedia. No masakra.
Dlatego mocno dajcie sobie.
Za 10 minut.
Nie?
No.
Ponownie.
Wiesz co? Marcin. Wiesz co, bo ja myślę o nagraniu teraz. Co ty tam widzisz? Bo ja tak. A, pięknie widzisz. No kurde, no. A co jest tu? To jest marki. To jest czas startowy. To jest startowy. I to jest całość. Ale możemy zrobić z ręki. Dobrze, Marcin. Ja cię w ogóle nie słyszę.
W lewo, w prawo swoje, w prawo, idziesz tu.
Poczekaj, myślę. Jest największy imprez. Jest największy imprez. Masz rację. To, co teraz Państwo widzą, to, co Państwu pokazujemy, to jest część tej akcji ratunkowej. Ten śmigłowiec, który tutaj non-stop lata, to jest jeden ze śmigłowców ratowniczych wyposażony w potężny reflektor i on krąży nad naszymi głowami non-stop. To są poszukiwania szczątków maszyn, ale to również są poszukiwania, no być może osób, które udałoby się uratować. Niestety też trwają oczywiście poszukiwania ciał, bo wiemy o tym, że jest coraz więcej ciał wydobywanych z tej czarnej, mętnej, zimnej wody w rzece Potomac. Teraz temperatura zbliża się do 0 stopni tutaj na zewnątrz, więc proszę sobie wyobrazić, jak zimna jest ta woda. Tam trudno wytrzymać dłużej niż kilkanaście minut. To nie są dobre prognozy. Na pokładzie tego samolotu odrzutowego Canada Regional Jet było 60 pasażerów, 4 osoby załogi, 3 osoby znajdowały się na pokładzie śmigłowca wojskowego Black Hawk z Fort Belvoir. To jest baza znajdująca się dosłownie paręnaście kilometrów stąd. Znamy zapis rozmowy wieży kontrolnej z tym śmigłowcem wojskowym. Muszę zdjąć okulary, żeby odczytać fragment tego zapisu. Masz ci los i teraz jeszcze straciłem okulary. W każdym razie ten zapis, który widzieliśmy, to są słowa o tym, czy załoga śmigłowca widzi ten samolot Canada Regional Jet. Marcin Wyszokrocki dzielnie opuścił kamerę, pobiegł po okulary, które mi spadły w śnieg i wiadomo o tym, że załoga śmigłowca miała przelecieć za tym samolotem. Miała poczekać, aż ten samolot przeleci i przelecieć za maszyną, która podchodziła tutaj do lądowania. Dlaczego tak się nie stało? Nie wiemy. Na te pytania odpowiedzi nie ma. Wiadomo, że nowy sekretarz transportu, który dopiero został zatwierdzony przez amerykański Senat, zapowiedział, że władze lokalne dostaną wszelką potrzebną pomoc. Oczywiście Komisja Badania Wypadków Lotniczych ruszyła już do działania. Prezydent Donald Trump poinformował o tym, że jest na bieżąco są przekazywane mu wszystkie informacje dotyczące tego, co się wydarzyło. Ja jeszcze skoryguję troszeczkę to, o czym mówiliśmy kilkadziesiąt minut temu. Zejdę teraz sprzed kamery, tak żebyśmy mogli pokazać Państwu koniec pasa startowego. Marcinie, bo powiedziałeś mi dokładnie, gdzie znajduje się koniec pasa startowego, tam gdzie lądować miała ta maszyna, tam obecność bardzo wielu służb ratowniczych, policja, straż pożarna, zapewne również już śledczy, dochodzeniowcy z Komisji Badania Wypadków Lotniczych. A gdy obrócimy kamerę dosłownie trochę w lewo, to zobaczą Państwo, jak blisko jest kopuła Kapitolu, jak blisko jest siedziba amerykańskiego kongresu. To jest, mimo że jesteśmy po wirgińskiej stronie rzeki Potomac, to jest samo serce tej aglomeracji waszyngtońskiej, to jest samo serce miasta, które jest nie tylko stolicą Ameryki, ale miasta, które podejmuje decyzje mające wpływ na wszystko to, co dzieje się na świecie. Na razie absolutnie nie jesteśmy w stanie mówić o przyczynach tej katastrofy, no, z wyjątkiem tego, że jak wynika z tych zdjęć z kamer przemysłowych, które już zobaczyliśmy, widać dość jasno i w sposób oczywisty, że
Yeah. Right now? Email it to me. Thank you. Rep logo.
Yeah, right. Roxanne. We're seeing a little activity here, guys. What's up, John? What's up? Got you. You can roll. Okay.
Hey. Control, I'm going to stay wide.
I'm Muriel Bowser. I'm the mayor of Washington, D.C. I'm at Reagan National Airport. I am joined by United States Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, United States Senator Jim Moran, Senator Roger Marshall, Jack Potter, the CEO of the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority. We are here to brief you on the very tragic events of this evening, where we know a passenger plane coming to the airport here collided with a military helicopter. Our fire department, DC Fire and EMS, supported by fire departments and police departments from across the Washington metropolitan region, are executing a rescue operation in the Potomac River. They are working diligently in very dark and cold conditions, cold water, to execute this rescue operation. We have had the opportunity to be briefed by American Airlines officials. I'm told that American Airlines leadership is on the way to Washington as well, and officials are in the airport talking to families now. We do have a 1-800 number where families should contact us, should contact American Airlines for more information, and we will be providing that information shortly. I am going to turn to a number of officials to provide as much information as we can this evening, and we expect to have more frequent briefings at daylight. So with that, I'm going to turn to Secretary Duffy.
Thank you, Mayor Bowser. I think for all of us, we want to extend our thoughts and prayers to those individuals who were impacted by the events tonight, their families. We know this is a very difficult time for all of them. I want to join the mayor and everyone here to extending our thank you to the first responders who, again, in very difficult situations and environments, are out there searching and attempting to rescue. Tonight, I spoke with President Trump and his team in the Situation Room. I had a conversation with Secretary Pete Hegseth as well, and then with the Kansas delegation and the mayor and others in leadership, as well as Governor Youngkin from Virginia and Governor Kelly from Kansas. From the Department of Transportation and FAA's perspective, we are going to offer full support to those on the ground, to the mayor, but also to the NTSB, who is going to be conducting the investigation in this matter. We are going to provide all the support that's necessary. Mayor?
So with that, I want to ask Chief John Johnley from DC Fire and EMS to provide an update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Donnelly, Chief of DC Fire and EMS. This evening at 8:48, an alert was sounded, initiating a large regional response to a report of an aircraft crash on approach to the airport. This response includes first the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority's Fire Department, the District of Columbia Fire Department, the Metropolitan Police Department, and the U.S. Park Police to respond into the area and to sort that out. At 8:58, the first units arrived on the scene and found an aircraft in the water and began rescue operations. This incident has grown. There's currently about 300 responders working. We have boats from all throughout the region, police and fire boats. We have a mutual aid agreement in Washington, D.C., the National Capital Region Mutual Aid Agreement administered by the Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments, and we're all operating under that. We're operating under a unified command. Everybody's together. So we also have requested state police helicopters from Maryland, and the Coast Guard helicopter is working. So this is a state and federal response as well. U.S. Coast Guard's got some boats in the water as well. So it's a highly complex operation. The conditions out there are extremely rough for the responders. It's cold. They're dealing with relatively windy conditions. Wind is hard out on the river. So they're out there working. We're doing everything we can to keep them safe. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to the mayor.
And Chief Bonnet from MWA.
I'm Rick Bonnet, Fire Chief of MWA Fire and Rescue. Our unit, as Chief Donnelly already alluded to, at 2048, we received an alert from the FAA tower of an aircraft incident involving a commercial aircraft and a helicopter. Our units immediately responded and deployed 3 boats and immediately called for mutual aid resources. Again, as Chief Donnelly said, it's an active operation that's going to last many hours as we continue to work through recovery efforts and rescue operations. This will be ongoing for quite a while. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families and our communities, and we appreciate all DC's support to our agency and our federal partners.
So with that, I wanted to turn to the senators who are from Kansas who wanted to say a few words. First, Senator Moran, and then Senator Marshall.
Mayor, thank you, and Mr. Secretary, thank you, and to our first responders, thank you very much for all that's taking place here. I'm Jerry Moran. I'm a United States Senator from Kansas, and I chair the subcommittee in Commerce Committee on Aviation. So we have really a serious and sad circumstance that we want to be here to be helpful, and we're praying that our responders are safe and the folks who are on that flight are recovered. The circumstance I would describe is that I know that flight. I've flown it many times myself. I lobbied American Airlines to begin having a direct nonstop flight service to DCA. That flight has been in existence about a year. And it is certainly true that in Kansas and in Wichita in particular, we're going to know people who are on this flight, know their family members, know somebody. So this is a very personal circumstance as well as an official response. And again, we will do everything we can to make certain that we're supportive of the rescue efforts, and we'll do everything we can to make certain that our subcommittee and Congress is engaged in what needs to take place following the outcome of this evening and this month's kind of investigation. I've talked to NTSB, I've talked to the White House, I've talked to the Department of Defense, and I've talked to the CEO of American Airlines, and there is all of us pulling together for the best outcome possible. I'm honored to be here with my colleague, Senator Marshall, as we try to make certain that we care for those certainly back in Kansas that were on that flight. but it's a reminder that there are people here in Washington, D.C., in this region, in Virginia and Maryland, and many places else that fly to and from Kansas. And so we're rooting and supporting all those, regardless of where you're from. And Mayor, I appreciate the gathering here for us to try to provide information to those in Kansas and across your city. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Moran and Mayor, Secretary. You know, when one person dies, it's a tragedy, but when many, many, many people die, it's an unbearable sorrow. It's a heartbreak beyond measure. And I know Senator Moran and I are here just to say we care. We wish that there was more we could do, but unfortunately there doesn't seem much at this time. I want the folks to back home to just know that we care, that we love them, and that this is a time when we'll have to join arms together and help each other out. We've been through things like this before, through tornadoes and floods and things, but it's really hard when you lose, you know, probably over 60 Kansans simultaneously. And I don't want to forget the pilots and the flight attendants, you know, who are doing, you know, do their job, and the military personnel we lost. You know, all those lives are so valuable. And it is such a tragedy that we lost them. You know, I think often in times like this, I try to find a scripture that, you know, is apropos. And this is from the book of Psalms. It says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Certainly we're crushed in spirit tonight. We mourn with the families who lost loved ones, and we truly are joining them in prayer and wrapping our arms around them in love and compassion. Thanks for everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you for your thoughts and your prayers.
So certainly I speak for the people of Washington, 700,000 of us who are extremely sorry for the families who are experiencing loss tonight. And so we want you to know that we will continue to work with American Airlines to share information as frequently as possible and make sure that we're getting accurate information out to the public. But my sorrow for all of the people and crew on the plane and our military personnel on the helicopter is very deep. I do want to turn to Jack Potter, who is the CEO of our Airports Authority, responsible for Reagan National Airport and Dulles International Airport, to talk to you about how the airport responded and what we're what's going to happen next.
Good evening. As was said, I'm Jack Potter, the President and CEO of the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority. Thank you all for being here tonight and under these very, very grim circumstances. First of all, I want to let you know that we're providing support to all the families who are involved. American Airlines has established a phone number for them to reach out. That's been published, but let me repeat it. It's 1-800-679-8215. So families of folks that were on the plane are asked to contact them. We did have folks who were at the airport to pick up loved ones, and so American has set up a center in their in their lounge at the north end of the airport, and we've directed the families there, and there are folks there counselors there to work with the families. We did have aircraft that were in the air. They were diverted to Dulles Airport, some 19 aircraft. We had personnel, United and others had personnel. We want to thank WMATA for extending their hours on the Metro to make sure that those folks were accommodated. Right now, as was said earlier by the chief, we're in a rescue mode. We will continue in that rescue mode. I want to thank all of the mutual aid responders, all the counties, the district, folks from Maryland and Virginia. Everybody's on site doing the best they can, and numerous boats out in the water right now. NTSB is on site. I want to thank all of the folks behind me, the Secretary, the Mayor, the 2 senators for all of their support, and we're going to continue to work through the night. I do want to make an announcement. People are concerned about what's going to happen in the morning. Reagan National Airport will be closed until 11 o'clock. That's when the first flights will take off. But we're going to continue to do our best and work through this situation over the course of the night, and we hope to have more news as it develops. But for right now, it's a very difficult situation out there with the cold. It's very dark, but there are numerous boats out there. There are dive teams out there. So, again, we'll continue to work this situation, and I'll turn it back to the mayor. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that update. And you've heard that in the National Capital Region, the district, of course, is Washington, D.C. is at the center, but we are a close region. We have heard from the governors of Maryland and Virginia, the mayor of the city of Baltimore, all who have sent us personnel to help in the rescue operations. Last thing I'll note is just to our local viewership, and just please let our first responders do their work. Try to let our vehicles get to scenes and through scenes. We don't want anybody else to get hurt because of moving vehicles, okay? So we will be able to take a few questions. There's not a lot that we can say. We won't be able to say anything about an investigation. As you know, once Fire and EMS completes the rescue operation, then the investigation goes over to the National Transportation Safety Board. And I'm sure the Safety Board, NTSB, will provide information about when they will be briefing about an investigation. So we'll take a few. Yes?
Can you confirm that both aircraft are in the water, and perhaps Chief Donnelly can explain what's involved in conducting an operation like this?
Yes, both aircraft are in the water. The focus now is rescuing people, and that's what all of our personnel are focused on. And Chief, I think he's given a pretty good description, but if there's anything else you want to add, Chief?
I would just say that the boats are out doing searches. We have divers on both aircraft, and they're searching the aircraft at this point.
Right. Yes.
Have any survivors been found, and how many bodies have been recovered?
All we can confirm tonight is the number of people on each aircraft, 64 people on the American Airlines plane and 3 people on the military helicopter. When we can't provide any more information about recovery efforts.
Two people have talked about lost loved ones. So how do you know that there might be people who have lost loved ones?
I didn't say I didn't know people had lost loved ones. I said we can't talk about any of the recovery efforts in specific tonight. Yes.
Secretary Duffy,
So I'll call on who's next. Yes?
thank you, Mayor Bowser. Will this affect operations at Dulles and DWI? Will the Potomac River traffic be closed to boats?
Yes. And so Jack has talked about, can you talk about Dulles? I'm not sure we can talk about BWI, but we can talk about Dulles.
There is no impact at BWI or at Dulles. As I said earlier, our airport here, Ronald Reagan National Airport, will be closed until 11 o'clock. Obviously, that will be fluid. We'll learn more, but we wanted to advise passengers who might be coming to the airport in the morning that we will be closed until at least 11 o'clock.
A question for Secretary Duffy. If you want a question for Secretary Duffy.
Yeah, 1 second. You're next.
Hi, Mayor. Thank you so much. So, just other than the current situations, like we know the water is extremely cold and it's very dark outside. Although Senator is saying that there are numerous boats in the water, but what's the the biggest challenges for the rescue team? What best scenario we can expect in the coming few hours till morning?
So the challenges are access. The water that we're operating in is about 8 feet deep. There is wind, there is pieces of ice out there, so it's just dangerous and hard to work in. And because there's not a lot of lights, you're out there searching every square inch of space to see if you can find anybody. Divers are doing the same thing in the water. The water is dark, it is murky, and that is a very tough condition for them to dive in. The question about the river, we'll make that decision later. The Coast Guard's on scene, and I would expect that it's not a high use time in the river, and we should not expect to have commercial, recreational traffic on the river tomorrow.
Okay, 3 questions. 1, 2, 3.
To Secretary Duffy, have you been in touch with the air traffic controllers who were in the tower at the time of the crash?
I have not.
You have not. And the second question, this is your first several hours in this position. What are your thoughts? What are you feeling right now?
My focus is on those who are impacted on this flight. And again, I've been secretary for a little over a day, and the tragedy that we're going to deal with this recovery, I think is touching everyone's hearts, whether it's here in the greater DC area or in Kansas. And again, I think everyone here is thinking and praying for those who potentially have lost a loved one. And thank you.
Thank you. Your question?
Could any of you give us any sense about how an accident like this could have happened so close to the airport, right in the heart of DC? There have been reports that the DCA tower contacted the helicopter moments before the crash to ask if they had sight of the aircraft, and apparently the helicopter reported that it did have sight of an aircraft. Is it possible that it had the wrong aircraft in sight? Do you have any sense of what went wrong in those final moments?
I know that the National Transportation Safety Board in its investigation will be able to search on all of those questions. We wouldn't be able to talk about that tonight. Yes?
Two parts for Secretary Duffy. The first being you were talking about when you were in the Situation Room with the President and Pete Hegseth both being there. Can you tell us more about the President's initial reaction to this, as well as Pete Hegseth, given this was a military helicopter?
So I was not in the Situation Room. I did have a conversation with the Situation Room where the President was located, as well as with Secretary Hegseth. We were exchanging information. I would just note that not just the local team, but the federal team has performed very well in this crisis. I know the President is incredibly concerned about what's happened here today. I'm sure we'll continue to hear more from him, and I'll continue to consult with him and Secretary Hegseth.
When it comes to the resources that you would be able to provide on the federal level, do you feel like you're getting what you need?
Absolutely. The President has committed to this team and to the NTSB through the DOT that we will provide all resources necessary as we go through this recovery, but also the support from FAA and DOT as the NTSB investigates.
Mr. Secretary, do we know the condition of these aircraft? Are they whole? Are they split? Are they in pieces?
Again, I don't think we can comment on that. Our focus is on getting the passengers and crew out of the water.
And just one more clarification, because earlier we got guidance that DCA was going to be shut down at least until Friday at 5 a.m. I just heard
11
now
a.m.
it's 11 a.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, we can take a few more questions. A question here, and here. Yeah.
Mayor Bowser, can you just confirm, has anybody been transported to the
Again, I can't say anything about the rescue operation right now. Who was next? Yes.
Yeah, Chief Donnelly, can you speak a little bit more about the unified command who leads this phase of the rescue and recovery? At what point do you then change phases? And can you describe to us the scene as best you can when first responders first arrive?
So I happened to be listening to the radio this evening when the call came out. I listened to the responders come in, and the initial response, they were very professional, trying to locate this. This is, if you can imagine, the river is a large black spot at night with no lights on it, except for a few buoy lights. So they were out there looking. The boats pretty quickly were able to locate one of the aircraft and get there. So that's what's going on right now. Everybody's working on that. We will reevaluate where we are with the rescue operation in the morning when we get a better sense of it, but we are still out there working, and we're going to continue that throughout the night.
Is any part of the search happening on land?
We don't know yet, but we're working.
Is any part of the search happening over land?
No, we're all in the water.
Yes, yes. Oh, you got a question. Somebody didn't get a question. Hold on. Yes.
I just wanted to ask, do you have an estimate yet on how long the recovery efforts will take?
So experiences like this we expect to continue our operations in the fire department for multiple days. and then I would expect the investigation goes longer than that.
Okay, you didn't get a question, and you were next, I think.
Okay, thank you, Maria. Thank you, Maria. My question is, do we have any plan to prevent future crash or future accident? Do we have any like to reform the authority, the airport control, to count those people who are flying in the next 2 days? And also, how long the rescue is going to last? Are we going to stop rescue after tomorrow 11 a.m.? Like divers team, because they are still in the golden hours now.
No, I mean, I think you just heard the chief said we're going to be out there as long as it takes, and we're obviously trying to get to people as soon as possible, but we are going to recover our fellow citizens. Yes.
This is for the chief and Secretary Duffy. How do you balance the search and rescue operation with preserving the scene for the investigation that's now underway?
So, from the fire department's point of view, we are always going to put people first. But I don't think that I think our operations, because we have a unified command, we are all working together, and the NTSB is in contact with us, and we will work together to make sure that if there's crucial evidence that it's preserved. And that's something we do every day with our police department on crime scenes and things. So life comes first, and everything else is after that.
Okay, last question. Yeah.
Secretary Duffy, I just want to ask, I know it's early, but are there any immediate actions the FAA can take to prevent helicopters and commercial airplanes from getting too close to one another?
So obviously there'll be a review of what happened here tonight. And after the FAA studies what happened, we will take appropriate action if necessary to modify flight paths and permissions.
Do you have any more details about the helicopter mission with the Black Hawk, and Mayor Bowser, have you heard directly from President Trump?
I spoke with the President's National Security Advisor, and I have not talked to the President yet, and I do not know what the mission was. So let me close by saying again, thank you to the members of the press to help us get information out to the families. The American Airlines number is 800-679-8215, 800-679-8215. And I expect the airport will likely provide additional information in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
So the question is, where will they provide it? Here?
Jest zimno, temperatura zbliża się do 0 stopni Celsjusza, ale muszę teraz wyjaśnić i Tobie i Państwu jedną kwestię zasadniczą. To, co Państwo za mną widzą, to są stanowiska innych stacji telewizyjnych. Tutaj tuż obok nas jest telewizja CNN. Dlaczego pokazujemy to, a nie rzekę Potomac i nie akcję ratunkową? Otóż przed chwilą przyszli do nas policjanci i powiedzieli do nas i do wszystkich innych ekip telewizyjnych: nie kierujcie swoich świateł na rzekę Potomac. ponieważ ratownicy używają teraz noktowizorów. W momencie, gdy wasze światła są skierowane na rzekę, oni po prostu nic nie widzą. Dlatego wszystkie kamery zostały odwrócone, światła zostały odwrócone, ale teraz poproszę Marcina Wyszogrodzkiego, żeby wyłączył światło naszej kamery i pokażemy Państwu bez światła kamery, jak wygląda akcja ratunkowa. Co chwilę, o tym mówiliśmy podczas naszej poprzedniej relacji, przelatuje nad nami m.in. śmigłowiec z mocnym reflektorem, który oświetla brzegi Potomaku, oświetla tę mętną, czarną wodę. To jest zawsze bardzo, bardzo brudna, bardzo taka mętna, aż gęsta się wydaje woda, a teraz, gdy jest jeszcze noc, to jest po prostu czarna, nieprzenikniona tafla. Jak prowadzić akcję ratunkową w takiej sytuacji? Jak mają działać nurkowie, skoro nic nie widzą?
Hey, I'm here. Sorry, just trying to get off mute. Yeah, I mean, I see it. I can walk there, but I don't know if they're allowing pedestrians in. That might be the issue. Sure, yeah, so you want me to come down from live and... Sure, yep, happy to go there. The only other idea I had was that initial... You want me to get inside for the next press conference? Like, what's the goal of getting inside? Okay, the other point that I might quickly check out to see if there's any cars still is that cell phone lot that I initially parked in. That may have some families, or who knows, but I haven't checked it out. I need to walk over there, but I'm just saying it could be a spot where, let's say a family member arrived late, the roads are blocked to the airport, they can't get in. They go to the cell phone lot, where they typically wait, for people to arrive to the airport and then drive through. So there's just one potential other option, but I can beeline it to the airport instead. Yep, yeah, I just have to like notify the lives that I'm coming down to try that, and then we'll see what I can get. So fingers crossed. Thanks, bye.